laptop says it's unbreakable. This cube is built to survive anything, and you'll never have to worry about dropping this phone. Today I'm testing every product that claims to be unbreakable to find out if these companies are telling us the truth or just ripping us off. Starting with, this is the world's strongest mug. When you drop a normal mug, it shatters and gets everywhere. But with this mug, you'll be worried about your table instead. It's made of thick stainless steel and weighs 22 pounds. So every sip you take will be a workout. Let's see if a hammer can make a dent. Oh, I can't take that ring. We did make a couple tiny dents right there, but the mug is perfectly fine. So we gotta go bigger. It broke the bat. And the mug is in perfect condition, not even one dent. What about fire? Woohoo! Yeah, burn! Oh, you hear the water sizzle? It's so hot that it's boiling in the water. We are 30 feet up. Let's see if the unbreakable mug can survive this drop. 3, 2, 1. Oh, the mug dented the concrete. But did we break the mug? Looks totally fine. This is certified unbreakable. And later we'll be testing the unbreakable laptop, the unbreakable cube, and busting a lot more unbreakable claims. This is the unrippable bill from Canada. It looks like Monopoly money and might be worth just as much, but it's completely waterproof and tear-proof. First, let's give it a little tug. No rips, but with the American money, it easily tears in half. The Canadian money is made of a plasticky material, so even if you leave it in your pants during a laundry day, it's still gonna come out completely fine. But what happens if you fold it? After bending it a bunch of times, still no rips. But can it survive a knife? How is that possible? Well, if one person can't rip it, what about two? It's invincible! This is an unbreakable cube. It's made of the world's strongest metal called tungsten. Just this 1.5-inch block weighs 2.34 pounds. Tungsten is extremely durable and dense, so when you drop it, the cube doesn't break, but stuff breaks around the cube. But we're here to test if it's truly unbreakable, so can it withstand the hammer? Oh no, the cube is still intact. What happens if we drop it on a brick? It's denting the brick. Let's turn up the heat a little. So we have the cube set up here. We're gonna test it against the 1,000-degree knife. Ah, yes. Burn! Look how hot this is. I don't think that did any damage at all. The burn marks just peel right off. This cube is actually unbreakable. But we have yet to find out if the unbreakable laptop stands up to its claims. This is the infamous unbreakable phone, the Nokia 3310. People say it's harder than a brick. Unlike phones these days, this phone is completely modular, and even the front plastic plate can come off. So after it drops, you can just piece it back together. Let's try banging it with a hammer. What about dropping from 3 feet? Oh, still works. Or 6 feet, just like me. The back cover broke off, but you can just snap it back on, and it still works. 10 feet. Now I know why they call this thing invincible. 30 feet. The Nokia exploded into pieces, but you can just pop it back together, and it still works. But can it survive a car? Yo, it's still alive. Let's pull out the big guns and try the bow and arrow. It broke into pieces, but I think it might be okay. There's the arrow hole, but it still works. A brick. I guess it takes a brick to break a brick. This is the world's strongest pencil. It's called the John Wick pencil. The tip is made of tungsten, one of the world's strongest materials. It's called the John Wick pencil because legend has it, John Wick unalived 3 men with just a pencil. So let's test how strong this pencil really is, starting with cardboard. Woo! It didn't even scratch. The cardboard stood no chance. I want to try the pencil with the unrippable paper. So the front of this pencil doesn't actually write, but you're able to unscrew the back and it reveals a secret pen. It ripped! Although it ripped, the paper was stronger than the cardboard. Next, let's try wood. Oh my god! It might not seem like it, but this is a very dangerous weapon right here. Last, we'll test a pencil against Mark. If it goes through, you won't have any problems being John Wick. What? Right in the eye. That was a little too easy. I feel so powerful with this pencil. It is certified unbreakable. These are uncuttable gloves. They're meant to protect your hands from accidents when you're working with heavy machinery. And they're extremely uncomfortable. It's a very scratchy material and it's really poking into my hand. But I'd rather have tiny little splinters than my fingers getting cut by a giant saw blade. First, we'll start with a butter knife. Let's see if it can saw through. This is kind of working. I don't feel much right now. And all we see is just some slight fraying. So these gloves are made of steel wire and they claim to be the most cut resistant out of all the gloves the company offers. So let's see how it does against these scissors. Oh. There are no cuts. Let's step it up with a real knife. This is a little dangerous. I thought it sliced right through, but it was just the steel wires poking into me. It's working pretty well. I want to destroy these gloves, but I still want to use my fingers. So we're gonna place some hot dogs into each one of these fingers. Here we go. Try a little stab test.
I have all my fingers. The knife goes chop, chop, chop.
These are pretty deep holes. Yeah, we definitely got stabbed. Now let's test these gloves for their original intended purpose, heavy machinery. And on this channel, safety is our #1 priority. Doesn't look so uncuttable. Glad it wasn't my fingers. This is an Unbreakable military helmet. It's completely bulletproof. It's pretty tough, but let's find out what it would take to break. First, let's try some wood. What about a pan? It dented the pan, but barely scratched the helmet. How about a metal bat? The bat got dented and only made a tiny crack. How about a brick? This helmet is harder than a brick. What about a sledgehammer? The helmet now has a giant dent at the top, but it's still perfectly usable. So let's try shooting it. It hit the helmet and then it bounced off. This helmet is certified unbreakable. This is unrippable paper. No matter how hard you try, there won't be a single tear. It feels like normal premium thick construction paper and you can write on it. But let's test, can it survive water? Wait, what? How about fire? The paper bent, but it didn't burn. Now let's step it out with a knife. Didn't even cut through. It's stronger than the gloves. Finally, can it survive skizzers? Skizzers always win. I didn't do an outfit change for fun. This is our next product. It's the unrippable shirt. Aside from looking swag, it claims to be 100% slash and stab proof. Whew, so far so good. So what makes this shirt cut-proof is the unique fabric. It's made of ultra-high molecular weight polyurethane, glass fiber, and polyester. Meet our friend Larry. He's a team player and he will be taking one for the team! That's right, Larry. Ooh, there is a small hole, but it did stop most of the knife. And Larry only has a small wound to the chest, but not for long. This is a real katana made from fortified steel. All right, Larry, your life is in the hand of this shirt. Let me try upside down. Honestly, this shirt's holding up pretty well. Ooh! Oh no, Larry. I'm sorry. Larry is in very rough shape. But with America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan, he could potentially turn his injury into millions if he becomes their client. Larry, no, your guts are spilling. All right, it's time to test bow and arrow versus an unrippable shirt. Morgan & Morgan work hard to serve the people, so they don't settle for lowball offers to get you the money that you deserve if you become their client. First shot. Oof, we hit Larry in the face. They help clients win life-changing verdicts, like $14 million in Tennessee, $11.9 million in Philadelphia, and $12.32 million in Florida. Let's go for another shot. Whew, right in the shoulder. Looks like it didn't even go through. This time we gotta aim for middle of the chest. Morgan's clients didn't just get compensation, they got justice. And the best part, it's completely free unless you win. This tip is too dull, it's not going through, so we gotta upgrade to the sharper tip. 3 razors on each side and a giant sharp tip. Larry is about to be seriously injured. The bow and arrow is too weak. Larry got seriously injured today, and if you've been seriously injured, don't wait. You can start your claim now by going to forthepeople.com/Hafu or scan the QR code on screen with your phone's camera. You did great, Larry. Rest in peace. And as for the shirt, kind of unbreakable. I'll give it a pass. This is the Unbreakable piggy bank. You put your money through here and you'll never be able to get it back because there are no holes and no way to open this piggy bank. It will store your money forever, forcing you to save. This whole thing is made of stainless steel and the only way to get your money out is to break the piggy bank. This is kind of flimsy. I'm already seeing a bit of cracking. Already see some cracks. Pretty much already broken. Kind of denting my bat though. My bat almost broke, but this should do the trick. I feel so much power. Whoa. Wow, there it goes. Look at that. Just 2 pieces of weak metal. I just got scammed, I gotta get my money back. These are indestructible shoes. While they look like normal sneakers, they're actually meant for construction workers because they got a steel tip. My hand's right in there, but my fingers are still alive. These shoes actually go with my drip. They look pretty good, huh? Do you think the indestructible shoes will break the brick? Ooh! Ooh! I mean, it didn't break, but my toes didn't break either. So they claim the bottom of the shoe is puncture proof. Let's give that a little test right here. This is a normal pair of Vans. Honestly, the Vans are pretty puncture proof as well. Let's try these shoes. Ooh, that definitely punctured. That doesn't look so good for your feet. This is kind of a scam. But let's test what they did in their ad by walking on these nails. First, let's try walking with Vans on nails. Bruh, the soles of Vans are actually so good. Next, let's try with the indestructible shoes. Yeah. I don't think we have too many holes here. Actually, none of the nails went through. So I wouldn't call this a scam, but I wouldn't say it's great either. Just get Vans instead, much cheaper. This is the world's strongest umbrella. It's made to survive storms. And it doubles as a weapon. With its tungsten tip, it can break glass or bones. So this will be useful if you're walking home alone at night. Normal umbrellas are made of cheap, frail metal that bend in the wind. That's not gonna protect you from a storm. This umbrella has a much tougher frame made partially from fiberglass. But is it worth the $100 price tag? To find out, we gotta do the blow test. We have a very strong leaf blow right here. Let's test the normal umbrella first. All right, let's go to level 1. All right, go higher. Go higher. Higher! It kind of bent a little bit. Let's try the Unbreakable umbrella. Let's go to max. It's not moving at all. It doesn't even move. Let's try the attack power. First, we'll do wood. Ooh. That was too easy. Let's try metal. This is such a strong piece of metal. I'll be surprised if the umbrella doesn't break. Oh, it's bending the metal. Wait, does it still work? Oh, it still works with some minor leakage, but that's no problem. I'd rather get a little wet than get robbed. Okay, I think the only logical thing to do next is try breaking the brick. Yeah, that's not working. Let's try stabbing it. Oh no, I don't think this umbrella was meant for stabbing. The umbrella is now broken. Huh, interesting. But the inside is broken. Let's see if I can stand the wind. Oh no. Yeah, I think we just got scammed. Next, we have the indestructible RC car. This is advertised as a stunt car, and it's shown in the ad that it's able to go downstairs without braking. Oh, look at that. Yo, hey, look at that, it's still spinning. So far, so good. It's got really soft rubber wheels so it can absorb the impact. Ooh. Okay, still runs, still runs. Let's go for a ride. We're at the top of 25 stairs. Let's see if it can survive. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Boom. Yeah. Yo. No way. There's literally no damage at all. It's stunting on them boys. The RC car is about to run off this roof. I'm not sure if it will survive the concrete, to be honest, but it's a stunt car. Ooh, the lights turned off and I'm trying to control it and nothing's happening. I think we just got scammed. This is the world's strongest tape. It's called T-Rex tape. Even the name is badass. It's made from a heavy-duty knit cloth, which makes it even more durable. And they claim it holds up to 50 pounds of weight. And during our testing, it survived. It's actually so heavy-duty that it can stop a car. Let's see what happens if you try to pull it. It doesn't even stretch. So let's take it outside and give it a real durability test. Here we made a wall with T-Rex tape. It's double layered, so see how strong that is, huh? First, I'm gonna try running through it with the helmet. 3, 2, 1. Absolutely no damage. Next, let's try the knife. Bruh, it slashed right through. But will it slice down? That's a question. Let's pull out the big boy. That is not unbreakable. This is called the Squire lock, and they advertise it as the world's strongest lock. This thing cost me almost $200. It's insane. It's supposed to be cut proof, so all this metal is protecting the shackle. Also, it has an extremely thick shackle, which means it should be impact proof. $200. This better protect my valuables for $200. All right, okay, I broke off the bottom flat, but that only just reveals a keyhole. I'm making significant dents, but I don't think we're getting anywhere with that attack. Let's try a lockpicking method at learning level 1 to 100 lockpicking. It's with 2 wrenches. So you would stick one in here and then use the other one to kind of force your way through the shackle. Actually, because of the metal guard, there's no room to stick in the wrenches. So it kind of blocks against that attack. We can also try to pick the lock with some lockpicking tools. It actually has some anti-lockpicking mechanism. So this metal part right here kind of blocks my tool from going all the way in and getting a proper grip, but we can try. Yep, yeah, nah. Well, if nothing is working, we just gotta go to the final boss, which is a circular saw. If you haven't seen the level 1 to 100 lockpicking video, you should definitely watch after this because the lockpicking methods we tried are a lot more fun. We can see sparks, but I don't think it's making any damage. After cutting it for like 5 minutes, I barely made a scratch. Look at that. This lock definitely stands up to the claim. It is certified unbreakable. This is the world's strongest screen protector. It's made of 99.9% sapphire, which is one of the hardest minerals in the world, right behind diamond. So we're gonna put that to the test. All right, so we'll apply the sapphire screen protector to one phone. Here we have a normal screen protector made of tempered glass, but it also says it has a hardness level of 9. In the middle are my hardness testing kits. Each of these tips have a different hardness, so it goes from 2 all the way to 9. First, let's try an impact test with the hammer. Ooh, the impact test made a giant crack in the middle of the screen. I'll try the same impact test on the sapphire. That's where I hit it. There's no crack. So now, let's go to the hardness test. Since the screen protector kind of broke, I'm gonna replace it with another one for the scratch test. Our phone I mean, we'll continue the test, but so far the cheap one is failing very hard. Let's start with level 2 hardness. Scratch right here. As you can see, nothing's really happening. This is more of like a hard plastic. On to level 3, which is a copper tip, one of the softest metals. No scratches that I see so far. Now we can level up to hardness level of 4. Around 4 is the hardness level of most house keys. So if you keep keys in your pocket, this is what will scratch it. And it looks like no damage. Now let's level up to level 5. This is getting harder and harder. Still nothing. Both are holding up really well. So right now we're at 6. Ooh. Oh, that does not look good. That is permanent. Let's see how the sapphire holds up. Maybe it's making like tiny little grooves, but overall it's like holding up pretty good. Now we go to a hardness level of 7. I don't think the glass one is gonna hold up very well. That is a deep groove right there. Even though it was cheap, it's not really protecting your phone. Now we're gonna try on the sapphire with a hardness level of 7. The tip is gliding on the sapphire and it's not really making any deep grooves. As I'm trying to clean it, if I blow on it, you can see the grooves. Now let's test the hardness of 8. Ooh, I think that kind of cracked it. Ooh, what is going on here? Well, now we try on the sapphire. Ooh, I can feel that, yeah. At hardness level 8, it's starting to scratch. Now you can visibly see all the scratches. So, I don't know, this is like a little scammy, but to be fair, it's not cracked. And these are very like surface level minor scratches. It's time for the final boss, level 9. I am scared for this screen protector. That's crazy. It's cutting right through the glass. Look at these grooves, man. And now, can the sapphire protect against a hardness level of 9? It's making insanely deep grooves. I don't think those scratches are coming out. But this is still usable. I mean, normally you won't encounter materials with a hardness level of 9 in your everyday life. So I would say the sapphire screen protector is actually good. This is the world's most durable laptop. It comes as a briefcase and it almost looks like a bomb. It's called the Panasonic Toughbook. So toughness is the main feature. It's shockproof, waterproof, dustproof, and made to survive the worst conditions. While normal laptops are usually made of plastic or aluminum, this one is made of magnesium, making it hard to scratch or even dent in the hardest conditions. This thing weighs 8 pounds. That's 3 times heavier than a normal MacBook. And each one of the ports are locked behind a waterproof and dustproof gate, so nothing can get in. So this laptop is actually touchscreen, and it comes with a hidden stylus. It's pretty cool because you can draw on it. First, let's do a water test. I've never seen a waterproof laptop before, so I'm very skeptical of this. It is completely submerged. I see some bubbling here. I don't know what's going on, but that seems to be water going into the laptop. All right, let's take it out. This feels heavier than before. It's dripping. No way this is waterproof. This is a moment of truth. Maybe it still works. The computer is not turning on. Definitely filled with water. Oh. What is happening? The screen does not look like it's working. It looks like there's water in the screen. Even though it's not waterproof, we can still test the durability. Let's give it a couple whacks. So we broke the plastic part. Okay, let's give it one more good hit. Laptop is holding up pretty well. Let's step it up. Now let's try hitting it with a brick. 3, 2, 1. The brick broke. Oh, we made a huge dent here. But it's still one piece, so we need to step it up. We're back here at the Bridge of Judgment. Can the Unbreakable laptop survive this drop? Dropping in 3, 2, 1. That looks like it's alive. Okay, let's see. That's only the handle. That's not too bad. Let's open it up. Oh no, the screen shattered. I don't think that's usable anymore. I would say the body of this laptop, incredibly tough, but the screen doesn't match. So it's a scam. Today we learned not to trust all the marketing hype. Click here if you want to watch more product testing videos, and click here to watch a video that YouTube thinks you'll love.